Hello everyone and welcome to Torpedo League F2 Season 3 Round 12 here in Belgium. Today we're starting off by watching qualifying here, 22 minutes left of the session. Sorry for starting a bit late, just having to sign into YouTube and forgetting to do it until the last minute like I always do, so sorry about that everyone. Today I will again not be commentating alone. And as you may know, we've been sort of switching around commentators, very much like a real life F2 commentary. If you are from a country that watches the English Formula 2 events, and they do a format where they sort of mix up they have one first commentator mix up the second commentator, and today the second commentator that will be joining myself will be Jake Marsh, Torpedo League F1 driver for Renault, the only driver currently on the standings yet to score a point. Welcome, Jake.
Thank you for that flattering introduction. If there's just one thing I could ask, could I please have an invite to the lobby?
Yes, you can have an invite to the lobby. That'd be helpful. Just second commentator guessing at what's happening. Just the whole race, just like, what's happening? Oh, yeah, I'll have a look at that. Or you could watch it from the stream and be 10 seconds behind. Oh, that'd be good fun. Anyway, I'm going to get the link quickly and put it into the group chat so that Torpedo League F2 drivers can watch it. I might also link it for the Torpedo League F1 drivers in case they fancy watching the F2 race. They are very entertaining races, so I see why no reason why they wouldn't. As, oh my.
I'll spectate this time.
Sorry, I just need to sort something out. It's nearly done. And it's done. There we go. And let me just do it in the other chat now very quickly. There we go. So, we are here with 21 minutes left of qualifying. Currently top of the timing is Speedy Carrots on a 155.9. As Speedy Carrots now takes the Endurance Championship at XL.
On mediums even.
Yes, have a look at tyres, shall we?
That's not a bad time from Norwegian boy on mediums as well.
Yeah, Norwegian boy showing a lot of pace so far this season. But I must say that's a very strong lap from Speedy Carrots.
Yeah, it is. I think they'll pull maybe a high 54 if anyone gets a really good lap together.
Do you remember what the pole was yesterday?
It was a 55.3, but
okay.
That was a very poor lap from Charlie, he told me.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, I was 5 tenths off it after getting blocked at Pool 1. It's a good thing about having a league race the day before Torpedo League F2 is we have a different F2 league, CWR2, another league. That races, which was Belgium yesterday, so we can sort of match them up, and we can tell you sort of a better idea of the lap time, because I usually come in here blind, which is not a good way to come into it. So far only 4 lap times set, one of which was set on the wet tyres by Bunnies, so thank you for doing that.
Pretty decent time for the wets, you know. Less
yeah,
than a minute
solid.
We can presume it's dry for the weekend as well, if it's on wet tyres.
Yes. I mean, there's 2 sets of wets, so you can assume that it won't be too long. So, let's see, anyone planning on going out at the moment on dry tyres? I don't believe the Norwegian boys out, but they're on an invalidated lap time.
That's an amazing lap from Foreverson on the wets. That is, yeah.
Wow, it's actually an amazing. You're right that is a great lap.
That is a very good lap. I've got a yellow flag in the final sector. It's a Prema. Oh, I don't know the teams and the drivers yet, so. That's Bunnies.
Yeah, Bunnies and Foreverson are the 2 Premas. Yeah.
Let's also get Carlin and the other one Trident mixed up very easily, so I do apologise.
Yeah, they are quite simple. Won't be long till you get Campus and MP mixed up, which is a weekly occurrance. They're literally identical until they're next to each other.
There are other colours that they could use.
You know, the Dams, I believe, on last year's game was very similar to that of the Mercedes. It's gone a bit bluer this year's game. So it's a bit less like the Mercedes. As Buller is on a very strong lap at the moment.
I'll watch that. The medium tyres. Is he purple through the 3 sectors?
He was purple in sector 2. I do not know about sector 1.
To the final corner. This is very easy to invalidate because you try and take so much curb, I find. You see, I seem to be the only person who drops down to first gear for the second part of the bus stop chicane. but it's not a bad lap. I think anything in the 56s on mediums is very, very solid.
However, it's behind Norwegian Boy, who is also on the medium tyres, so these two sort of...
But he's very underrated, Norwegian Boy.
In qualifying, they are very much a top dog in qualifying. I believe they've got pole position in Hungary. Races, they are fairly sort of front in the midfield. It's a surprise that I haven't seen more of them, sort of more sort of top results from them. It has been very strong qualifying, as they're proving at the moment.
As Butler goes quickest through Sector 1, so he's gone straight away. Very easy to lose it on cold tyres at this track, so we need to watch it for the pit stop. I know that very well from yesterday.
Let's have a look at the comments.
This is a pretty decent lap from Buller. It's getting all the nice lines.
Wait, what's going on, Dolga? You seem confused. Wait, what?
Are they slipstreaming?
Doctor, if you're still watching and able to comment, I'm confused. Rain in just over 10 minutes. So, they're going to want to set their quick lap soon.
I believe we had that yesterday in CWR too, though, and it didn't come, so...
That's true.
As Butler goes purple through the middle as well. This is a good lap.
Again, wow. And Dolga is currently out on track, so I don't really know what's going on there. When were those messages sent? Just 2 minutes ago. Anyway, in the meantime, Buller heading into the bus stop chicane. Well, will he do through
It's a little bit deep.
Yeah, but he just gets to the apex in time. A bit too early for an apex, I'd say, on the second part
not
there.
quite enough curb, but I think he will go quickest on the mediums. That's a very solid lap.
Yeah, that is a very strong lap there from Buller. Hello to our viewers at the moment.
Does anyone have a qualifying ban for today? Or is everything good?
I don't know. You'd think I would, but I don't. I can, you know what, I don't know how I would check, to be fair.
And so it goes, just invalidates that wet lap. That's really unfortunate for him, because I'm sure he's really coming along there.
Pole contender there, pole contender. That wet lap could have been mega. Buller, purple from sector 1 again. Well. I've had pretty broken sectors recently where I've been seeing purple. It's like I'm seeing fake purple sectors. So I don't know whether Buller is actually on a purple sector lap or not, but we'll never know.
It's impressive he's purple again. Is that the third lap on his tyres?
But he's slowing down.
Yeah,
he's lifted majorly towards the entrance there. Another comment.
I wonder if Dodger and the Norwegian Boy are slipstreaming. The Premers did that in CWR2 yesterday.
Wait, we have a slight interesting thing here. Dolga is in the chat saying, "Spectate Dolga, please. Did I got hacked? I'm not home, and no is at home." So basically, what he's saying is no one's at his home. We have seen fake Dolgas in the last race. We had a fake Dolga and an MP. I think it was just turned out to be an AI.
Yeah, this is Dolga 16, and he's here.
Yeah.
And he's on the lap.
It's got a blank helmet. Does it have hands? It has hands. If you watched last race, you would know what I'm on about. You probably don't ever clue. I probably just sound like a madman for those who didn't watch last race. Let's watch Dolga here. Just any suggestions in the chat as to why there is someone called... Because the thing is, like, who is the Norwegian Boy's normal teammate? Is it Dolga or is it someone else? As we have a Trident spun.
He's going to go quickest. This is a very, very good lap. He's doing all the right things. This could be a 55 though. Yeah,
55.6.
Then that was beautiful through the final sector. So whoever this magical person is, send me a little DM.
What? So they can pretend to be you?
Yeah. I wasn't thinking of that, but it's very good.
Run out of fuel? Yes, they have. Shame to
Brother,
see.
55.6 is. I'm not sure that's going to quite be good enough for pole because there's some very quick guys.
I'm not sure.
Cashin is on a lap now. I'm not sure if it's an out lap though. I don't think it is. It's a lovely slipstream off the BWT there.
And once again, Dolga saying that they're not actually driving. Yeah, so at the end of As amazing comment I've just seen. Imposter Dolga sus. I vote pink. Yeah, at the end of the stream after the driver interviews, we will have a brief announcement from Trigger, who has an announcement to make. I wonder what that'll be. Who knows? We can only speculate at this time. Yeah, so announcement for Trigger at the end of this session. At the end of the race, sorry. It will be after the driver interview, so stay with us. Try and get through the driver interviews quickly, so that we can get straight to the straight into the announcement. Dog's asking for someone to check if he's actually online or not. As Dog was now retired from the session. That's on track as well.
Interesting.
That's just
Cashin goes purple through the middle sector, but was very lucky not to invalidate. There's a very interesting line through poo on with the gears. I was struggling with that corner a lot.
They slowly drove off the track, so it was on track retirement. Yeah. As meanwhile, it's an ART doing some interesting lines through the cross. Yeah, could someone check Dolga's PSN to see if he's online? Could you look up Dolga 16, see if he's online? Just look up.
I will do. Oh, as Cashin makes a big mistake. Maybe not big, but it's going to cost him a tenth or two. And she goes quicker.
Wow.
That's a crazy good lap. Wow.
54.8. That's quick.
And a little spin for good measure.
And just to celebrate it with a spin. That is
I'm not sure that's going to get beaten this session. That's a really good lap.
Yeah, we could be about... I think Cashin may well have got pole, but could be about to get disqualified for blocking the pit lane. Okay, they got it moving. That's good to see.
Nice. I'll have a search of... is it Dolga 16?
Dolga 16, yeah. Very simple name.
I should have some mutual friends with them, so come on.
I don't think I'm friends with them either, actually. But, Antonio's bound to be friends with them.
There's no underscore or anything, is
it? No, nothing. Literally just Dolga 16. Only capital is the D.
I'm not sure to tell if he's online. I could add him as a friend.
Go for it. If they accept it, then they were online. If they don't, they could be online. They might not be online. You never know. Would a hacker accept a friend request? I don't know. Yeah, it seems kind of sus anyway. We did have a fake Dolga last round, which I believe turned out to be an AI, but you don't usually see an AI go P2. Yeah. The lap time is 8/10 off pole, so you never know.
No, there was no way that was an AI car because of the gears. It was too aggressive for AI. You can tell with how it revs down, whether people are using automatic gears, and once the AI does that. Who's quick? Who hasn't said a lap? Mr. Whiteclaw. And so it goes, hasn't set one yet, although I think he's on one. And he's purple through the first sector. Interesting.
Very good.
Don't know whether that's a glitch or not, but the first sector is not really representative of the rest of the lap, because you can just have a better setup for the first sector, because it's just one corner and one straight, really.
Once again, I'm asking anyone that is friends with Dolga on PS4, can you check that online at the moment?
Well, if you're good hacker, you'd appear offline.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, why would a hacker go into a Torpedo League F2 race? It's not exactly like... It's not like hacking into the F1 esports, is it?
See, this looks a lot quicker from And So It Goes than Cashin's looked. But I'm not sure whether it is, because you can look quick and be slow. We know that off Top Gear laps.
Often if you look very quick, then you can actually be going slower, because you're just sliding the tyres too much.
Yeah. I mean, he's using all the track, but he's purpose through the middle sector. This is a very good lap. Oh, he's lucky not to invalidate there, though. These, Cashin did make a mistake out of the final corner, so this could be an amazing lap from Vota.
Sadly, Dolga, we can't do that. Just because once we're in a session, I can't do that, sadly. So just for the hope that your fake you is clean. This is where I'm saying fake Dolga, when in fact the real Dolga is the PS4 and this is the fake one in the chat. You never know, to be fair.
Could
but
be.
Yeah, I'm trusting the ones.
And then So It Goes crosses the line.
P4.
And in the end, he's only a 56, so they must have been glitched purple sectors.
Yeah, it's 1.1 seconds off
There's
pole.
no way he lost 1.2 seconds in that final sector. Yeah. Have you got the times up or the gaps up? I should probably have that. I don't need to change that.
I don't have that. Sorry.
Oh yeah, gap you can have.
You can have.
I never realised that. Yeah, I've always had fastest lap on without realising.
Oh, it's the gap. I'd rather go to the gap.
Yeah. I don't go in spectator mode much. I'm still learning these things. Telemetry, that is cool. You can see who's using
I always have that up.
So I would guess that, and so it goes, is probably on full traction control. And no ABS. But very neat. I like him, so it goes. Good guy. White Claw now on a lap. Is he a pole contender?
White Claw definitely. Yeah, definitely a pole contender.
Oh, it's very, very risky through a Rouge, but he'll probably make some time up there. Tight to the inside. I feel like I need to be bringing out some metaphors here, be the true Alex Brundle figure. He also goes purple through the first sector. But there have been more purple people than in a hospital through that first sector today. I should just had like Antarctic Hospital. That wasn't very good.
Okay. Jake already coming straight in here and asking the big questions. As
Now,
got
what
two slow
gear will
cars
White
in
Claw
the
take through who on? He was in a 6th. Very tight to the apex, but he's... Yeah, I don't think that was very quick. He seemed to use too much of the track there. Although, I thought on how it goes was really quick, and he ended up 1.1 seconds off, so... that's an invalidation from Carson. Unlucky, but very easy to do. Just got too much on the inside. Shadow Hunter's about to finish a lap, I don't know if he's quick. Leaves it in second for the final corner. It is a long way off. Now I apologise to the stream if my Yorkshire accent in any way annoys anyone, but bah is what I'll say for that. Okay.
Oh, honestly, Jake, I want you for every single race. Oh, you're amazing. Oh, you're just so much more interesting, you know. You say what you think, you know. Anyway,
it could probably get me in trouble.
Yeah, and it has.
We'll go with it.
Yeah, honestly, we've had some great people on to join me. Much better, much more interesting people than me. I've had Eddie, Kyle, Charlie, Thomas.
I'd love to see Eddie comment. I've heard Eddie's a really good commentator, but he's so scary to talk to. Because you don't mess with Eddie. Like, if you're in a party with him and you do something wrong, even if it was completely his fault, it's your fault. You just accept that and move on, because you don't want to disagree with him.
I'm gonna just sit here and enjoy this. There is a qualifying session going on, but I care more about what Jake thinks.
This is Trigger on a lap. He wasn't purple through the first sector, so he's out of hospital. All the speedy characters in AI mode. Gets out of the way though very nicely, although that's not a great line from Trigger through there. Where does Trigger usually qualify? Top 10?
Yeah, usually around top 10. They did have to get one pole position.
That was the Carson line through P1, which is interesting. Of course, I'm a big ART fan, so Max Mulder and TRT Whiteclaw, and of course Tim Bed, who is the best person in the world. I'm sorry to no bias or anything, but even if Tim Bed dive bombs you from a mile back, which he may or may not have a habit of doing, it's your fault. I'm just sorry. You can't disagree with him. Buller's the only one to not have set a lap on softs then so far, other than the people who haven't set a lap at all. It does look like it's going to rain though. It's getting very dark.
I'm going to go on board with cars now, because usually here you see the rain a bit easier that way.
Definitely. I always go on board just so I can see the lines that they take a bit more easier.
And Dawnstruck, because I was going to watch them, but they haven't validated, so I'm going to go to someone else.
Yeah,
instead going to go
sector, who's
to...
I think he's
oh, it's
crashed
a big
out,
crash for Shadow Hunter.
Yeah, I just saw that.
Speedy Carrot will be the next. White Claw there, P2.
Oh, that's a good lap. I don't think anyone's touching Cashin though. That's 5/10 quicker than Charlie in F2. He's probably the quickest guy I know in F2. No offense, Jackson.
Thanks.
But
equal points in the championship.
Cashin might have beaten that. So congratulations to. I don't want to go. Just in case, you know, I don't know. Tim Bed does what I know he can do and pulls out a 1:53.
Or takes out the entire field. What?
They're very good.
Who else is going to set a lap? Is that Trigger going? Is Trigger?
I think Buller's
going
on a lap.
I believe Buller's about to start a lap, and Trigger's going to give him a slipstream down the Camel Straight. I believe is what's going on here.
Yeah, he's waiting. Although he's a long way off, I'm not sure that's quite going to work. The Norwegian boy is about to cross the line. His best lap wasn't a great one. I know he's a lot quicker than that. Comes across the line. Only 9th.
Raining.
And he's not going to get. There's rain.
And ladies and gentlemen, that is your qualifying session over. Unless there's anyone literally at the final corner now, which there is one virtual, but that's pitting. and that is Dawn. The next car they're on invalidated lap time. Next car is
Again,
Kramer.
his Buller was caught out last week or something, wasn't he, by a glitch or something, and had to start really low.
Yes.
It's going to happen again.
Oh, wow,
Which isn't good
that's
for
how you
him.
want. And yet, my
Stick
boy
with a
Bonnie
lap,
says
might be able
struggling.
Yeah, he's. I think he's backed off as Buller. This doesn't look quick.
I'll stay with Bonnie's here because they will be the first car to set a valid lap time with these damp conditions. So you imagine if they can't set a competitive lap time, anyone behind them definitely can't.
It's a Charouz, I think.
And an MP, I believe, is just spun at Pouon or is letting a car through. Managed to get into the apex and they pit. Yep, that's it over. This could well be qualifying over.
Qualifying over.
Next car will be an ART. It'll be Max. Let's see what Max can do into the final chicane. And Max does not pit. Max is going to go for a lap.
I think that's quite an exciting prospect for turn 1 with White Claw on the inside. He likes to dive.
Max is going to go for a lap time and he's already oversteered off the road at turn 1.
Yeah, there's yellow flags all over the place. There's and it might be another series or an RT that's gone off in the third sector.
Any drivers that feel like retiring just to get qualifying done a bit quicker, feel free. We'd appreciate it. I mean, there's only a minute left, but you know.
Spirit's ran out of fuel, which isn't good. And he may block Buller. And Buller's crossed the line, he hasn't improved. Trigger will come in. Also
okay, I'm going to
fuel.
ask those that are out on track. Unless there's going to be a wet race, I'm going to ask that you just come into the pits at the end of the session. You don't need to retire, just pit. If there's a wet race, I can understand going out on wet tyres just to get the feeling for the track. Or staying out on dries if you're risky. But if there is no wet race, then pitting and just waiting for the session to end would be a nice thing to do, rather than making us wait for you to slide your car back across the finish line.
Absolutely.
In the past, that's been enforced, the rule to retire the car when rain has come mid-qualifying, but I don't know that.
Mighty Tipping Bed, I think, is the only one left on a flying lap. I think the rest are out of fuel. Oh no, Max Mulder is as well. Does he use no ABS? It was very interesting braking. He's going to validate that and go in the gravel though.
Who's that?
Max Mulder.
Very close.
I'm not sure he does. Trigger retires.
Yeah, I still don't understand this whole Dolga thing. It's strange because Dolga is in no way in the session. It's not like last week where we had one Dolga and we had another one. It wasn't like a duplicate where an AI's taken. And that's Max going straight on at the final chicane. Drifting it. And Max, I'd appreciate if you pitted. Please don't complete the lap. Oh.
Oh god.
And he's going to make us wait. Lovely. Anyway, 17 seconds, I don't care. I think actually, no, I think he's going to wait for the session to end and then cross the line. That's
very good of him. And there's just Tim Bed who is invalidated his lap, so I hope he finishes the lap because then we don't have to wait for him to come into the pits.
But yeah, the strange thing is with the Dolga thing is they're not in the session at all.
It is, isn't it? It's a really weird glitch if it's happened. But that's like that wasn't an AI lap. I don't know, I'll go on board with him because it retired straight away. I don't think an AI would do that. So it must be someone on, or maybe Dolga's just been like trick. Oh, I'm not here this week, and then he's actually gonna come and win.
He's shown videos of he's not at home. So strange.
Is that Cameroon or Senegal? I really should know that. I think that's Cameroon.
I think it's Cameroon.
Yeah, it's Cameroon. I always get those confused. We've got Cameroon, Canada, Turkey, New Zealand, South Africa, Britain, Australia, Holland, or Netherlands, Norway and Germany. I think there's any repeated nations in the top 10. That's pretty unique.
Really? Wow, that's a shock. League race we had yesterday, there was 5. I think it was what, top 6 were all British.
Yeah, Brexit means exit, you know.
Let's check the stream, see what everyone's saying in the comments. All you lovely people. Yes, well you are anyway. Bush is still supposed to be dry. Jackson, okay. Carson, P2, that's not correct.
It's a little bit overcast. Or cast.
Yeah, we have weatherman Jake here now. Look a little bit overcast, or as you would say, overcast.
Overcast. I'll speak professionally for the rest of the race.
If you want to speak like me, just imagine there's an R after every A. Grass. Overcast. Mars.
On, so it goes. I'm just gonna call him that for the rest of the race now.
This is strange, the
Caution.
Dolga thing, but you know, let's see. If it takes out half of the field, then maybe I'll be a bit like, then I'll be annoyed. But if they have a clean race, I guess we can just leave it and just give the points to Arden, I guess, as we go on to the formation lap.
Oh, I thought it was lights out. Then I was like, what the hell?
What, one light, and it's lights out, and away we go.
With a glitch or something.
Right,
I'll be in
telemetry,
formation. I'll watch.
That's always going to turn off as many of those as I can.
Why am I driving? What the hell?
What? Oh, you are
What
as
the-
well. Here we see Jake
What's-
Marsh at the. Did you click Freddy up again?
No, I can't because I'm spectating. I'm not driving. Like, I'm in spectator mode.
Wait, who's Jake? Wait, oh, we've got another one. Is that what your helmet
Oh
is,
my-
or is that someone else that's driving
No,
a
that is
car
my
named
helmet.
Jake Marsh?
That's my helmet. I presume when I left the session, it just registered I was an AI, and so I've just been an AI the whole time. Because I mean, I'll send you a video now. I'm literally in spectator mode. I'm not controlling.
Yeah,
it.
I believe you. I believe you.
Right. Would you like me to, after like the first lap, just switch to my driver and retire the car so it doesn't do anything?
Yeah, that'd be good. Do it in the pit lane at the end of lap one. So let the AI.
Yeah. That's
sort of,
what I'll do.
So you can commentate lap one with me, and then the sort of as we go sort of into sector 3, because the AIs get great starts, so you could take the lead at turn 1. But you know, if Dog is an AI as well, then that'll be the one that gets the better start. We've got 14 viewers at the moment. Thank you everyone for joining
One
us.
second, can I retire on the foot? I'm not. My wheel's not plugged in, so I'm going to be driving on pad, which is never a good thing.
So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Belgian feature race here for Torpedo League F2, sponsored by Codemasters Glitches and Fake Drivers. Today our fake drivers are Jake Marsh and Dolga16, neither of which are driving the car, but nonetheless the car is there. Anyway, in the meantime, I'll run you through the grid.
In Torpedo League F2, you know, now I'm getting the opportunity.
Your AI is getting the chance before you. Jake, would you like to run us through the grid?
I will do that. So, Cashin is on pole, and unless gets taken out of turn 1, I think we'll win this race pretty comfortably. Whiteclaw second, Dulga, pretend Dulga, whoever Dulga is third, Speedy Carrots, who me and him have a bit of a history of crashing into each other. Fourth, and so it goes fifth, Forever Sin sixth, Dawn Strix is seventh, Max Mulder is eighth, Norwegian Boy is ninth, The Hero is 10th, Bunnies is 11th, Spirit TU is 12th, Buller down in 13th, he'll be looking to improve Trigger with his special announcement in 14th, 15th is Shadowhunter, and 16th is The King.
So on the grid, not only do we feature fake drivers, we also feature a hero and a king. According to Jake Marsh, that is, I am unbiased. Jeff says rain in ETA 15 minutes, so it'll be a dry race.
Interesting.
Not because rain will be coming in 15 minutes, but just because Jeff lies.
He did yesterday, but 15 minutes is like 7
20
laps
minutes.
of track. So I do apologise if my eye takes anyone out. It's not my fault.
We'll blame you anyway. So we get ready here for lights out. As we are preparing and waiting on the grid at the moment, we are waiting, and lights are coming on. 5 red lights. Lights out, and we are racing in Belgium. Let's see who gets the good launch off the line. Will Cash and maintain the lead, or Whiteclaw take it away? Whiteclaw on the outside line. Whiteclaw's trying to hang it around the outside, but not quite able to. That is Cashin continuing to lead. Is there contact further back? Yes, there is. Multiple cars being spun around.
Big crash.
And so it goes at the back of the grid. And so it goes has been spun around. Meanwhile, at the front, Cashin leads onto the Camel Straight.
Timbed involved as well. And according to my screen, my eye's winning the race.
I've got that as well. Don't worry, that
it's a bit
happens with
confusing.
some driver every single race. So you know, just leave it.
I'll
By the way, your
retire
AI
that.
has actually
Whiteclaw's
gained a
going
ton
to
of
lead now.
positions.
Whiteclaw on the outside.
Not going to be able to go for it.
Defending.
Dolga
Cashin-
sends out the inside, and there's contact. Dolga's
Oh,
around.
he spun.
Oh, that's close.
that's
Oh, the
Dolga's
field,
fault.
that's going to be contact, and that is the Prima there of Bunnies.
Oh, that's a big
with
crash.
big hit there. Bunnies hitting the wall. That's and that's that is Hanso was maybe
How is
flying
it
into the
not
back
a
of them
safety
there,
car?
into the back.
That
And
is,
yeah, that was a big. How the hell Bunnies
crazy
survived
start.
that is beyond me. Yeah, and so it goes. Championship leader has a 35-point lead last time I checked, I believe.
That's how it goes, diving down my eye.
Oh, that's
Very good
risky.
move from him.
Jake Marsh, dangerous driver confirmed. Jake, could you do me a favour? Could you go on the Torpedo League F2 account and look at what the
will
point
do.
standings are? Because I believe Antoko's
Yes,
got a
I will do.
35-point lead, but I don't want to get it wrong. Whiteclaw is his main title
Yeah.
contender, and pretty much only title contender, seeing as the gaps are pretty big. Unless Cashin can get into the title fight with another feature race win.
You can get 48 points from her if you win and get pole and fastest lap.
Yes.
And Cashin is very much quick enough to do that.
Yeah, Cashin is actually yet to do a double, because she did win both races last time out, but the sprint race was cancelled due to the custom grid fiasco. So, Cashin here, this would be their 4th feature race win this season, which I think she's getting way up there on the order now.
45 points is the gap between, and so it goes in Forever Sin.
45, wow. So I think
45.
Antigo is pretty safe.
But Forever Sin is running 3rd, which is very good. I'm just going to switch into my AI mode and retire the car so I don't take anyone out.
Thank you. Meanwhile, Cashin leads at the end of lap 1, and will
I can't take control.
Probably.
It's not letting me take control for some reason. So
we can't do anything about that if that's what's happened.
yeah,
so just leave.
That's just my own incompetence. I can't really get a penalty since I'm not part of the league.
And there's the glitch. So once again, I'm going to turn off the top left because it's all broken, and I'll just do a lap without it, and we'll bring it back to the start of lap 3. And in the meantime, we'll just watch Cashin, and we'll see if there's any battles coming at the top of Rouge here.
Max Mulder on the back of Forever Sin. This is for a podium space.
Oh, he's got a battle at the top of the hill here. That's
that
the Trident. I believe that is the Trident of Tricker there.
Max Mulder looks to the outside.
Yep.
A little bit late from Scott, but I think it's fair. Difficult to tell from that angle as Speedy Carrots, and there's contact.
Oh, that's spinning.
Full of Spirits round.
Oh, and that's another car off the road. That's Buller off the road behind them.
There's 2 Tridents
and that's
side
straight
by
on.
side
Is that Tim straight on there? I should just.
No.
And what has happened there now?
Yeah, no, Tim's rejoined.
And that is Shadow Hunter who's gone around, I believe now. Lycom, I should change it to Lay Spin. At front of the field, though, Cashin is
there's a big spin. It's Norwegian Boy, and he's gone, and that's. Yeah, I think that was on zone. I'm not sure.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
And now
half a wing now. Will they let their fake teammate through?
Gonna go for it into P1.
Or Dog's on the back of the Norwegian Boy. Yeah.
And now Norwegian Boy's gone. Oh, you see, yeah, it's very easy to spin out there.
Norwegian Boy keeping it just about a straight line though.
Just about does it well, and so it goes back up to 11.
Big gap to Dawn
Decent
behind.
recovery from him. Max Mulder still within DRS of Forever Sin.
Okay, I swear to God the comments are broken on this because they've just gone up from like 30 a couple minutes ago to 87.
Wow, must have been some action. For people complaining about my AI.
Apparently I made a dead. When was the dead joke? Apparently I made one. Which one? I make that many.
May have been referring to me.
Probably. I don't think it was. The only joke I remember saying was changing to Lycom to Lay Spin, but that was an awful joke. It wasn't dead. It was never alive. Meanwhile, further up the order,
has
Max
Cashin got damage because White Claw is gaining rapidly. Like he's just taken 5/10 out.
It's something like damage, maybe a small mistake there, as that is Max Mulder on the back of Forever Sin here. Will Max Mulder go for the move?
Let's have a look. Forever Sin defended it well last time. They were very close, so I presume Scott's running less wing. Up through a Rouge.
Yeah, Thomas, which is the dead joke? I'm confused now, as we're up to 89 comments. Wow. Max Mulder going to go for the move.
Side, Mulder. Timhead gets a penalty. They should get that done. Will Scott break late? He does, but I think he'll back out of it.
Max Mulder still gets through, which is good to see.
Trigger around so it goes and Dulga are very close together. What was that? I thought so. Goes are going to go for a move there.
There's still wheel to wheel heading down the hill. Forever Sin fights back.
That's a great move. If he does that without any contact,
but Max Mulder's coming back around the outside, but backs out of it now. Forever Sin holds on to the podium position. And yeah, Thomas, your French spelling is dreadful. Not that I know how to spell it, just I would do a better job than that.
If Shadow Hunter's in the stream, take a clip of that overtake. It was fantastic. I just got it.
Did Shadow Hunter make a good overtake?
Yeah, on
that's off.
Strix.
That's Speedy Carrots off the pool
Speedy Carrots.
Nearly in the wall there.
They'll be joined in for these 2 cars side by side. Needs to be careful. Yeah, he's going to get on and away with it. And so it goes stuck behind Trigger now.
Oh, Shadow Hunter.
Next time race, as Mac Mulder is right on the back of Forever Sin, their side. Oh, this is going to end in contact if one of them doesn't back out. Through Blanchimont nearly. Scores contact. Who's going to back out? Neither of them round the outside. That's a brilliant move.
I'm trying to find the batteries you're talking about. I keep looking up and down them.
I'm just all over the place.
Forever Sin kicks up the inside. That probably was a warning there. As Cashin has got the lead back up a bit, so you'd imagine that it was just a mistake and a lap early.
Oh, as Max Mulder slow at the final corner, and Forever Sin's going to get the position back.
That's a great battle here. Forever Sin now leads through La Source. Here we go, down towards Rouge they go.
Mulder do that on purpose to get the DRS.
I mean, I wouldn't put it past them. I would have done that, to be honest. If I know I'm quicker.
That battle, I watch. There's from 7th down to 10th. It's very close.
Ooh. Forever Sin up at the top of Radion now. He's got on board Max here. DRS opens. Let's see, you've got the big slip through now as they head towards the Les Combes chicane. Will they go to the inside? Will they go to the outside? They go up to the inside line. Oh. And oh, there's contact! Oh, lucky. How the hell didn't they spin then?
Dolga
was
gets
very
past
close.
Timbed until it gets past Trigger. But there's no, it's a spin front so it goes on the curb.
Ooh.
That's completely by himself. I mean, sorry if you were hit there, Vutter, but that looked like you lost it on your own.
Contact fire back, Shadowhunter and Speedy. Shadowhunter's around.
Oh, yeah, he's around.
These start contacts in this game need to be changed. There was just a tyre rub and it sent Shadowhunter around. It's unfair. And
I'm really worried that my AI is going to end up getting reverse grid pole at some point here.
To be fair, the way it's going at the moment, definitely a chance. As Buller's lagged out, no. Buller has lagged out.
You keep the stream while I'll invite him.
Okay, thank you. Ferguson is keeping up with Max Mulder at the moment. Which one of these two guys will come out top? Max Mulder does look the quickest at the moment, but will they stay ahead? That is the question. Max Mulder looking quite quick at the moment, pulling out a bit of a gap through this section here. You get a lot of dirty air, so it's hard to tell which driver is ahead. And based off the lap time that they set in quality, actually to be fair, AI's been pretty broken on this game, so it is definitely possible that Dogger 16 is an AI car. Although Jake Marsh's AI is also doing terribly, so you know.
It's because I'm small. Right, what battle? Still Forever Sin now on the back of Max Mulder. This is going to be a great battle.
Will Max Mulder make the same move again? Will they lift off down this straight to let Forever Sin through? Doesn't look like they will. So will Forever Sin be the one making the move up?
I think Trigger is the first car on mediums here.
Well, yeah, should we get tyres up, shall we? Drivers are pitted. 3 drivers, Norwegian Boy, John Strick's and Bunny's all pitted. And they all pitted legally, so it's all good. I'll check Dolga when the race gets a bit quiet, so probably going to be a while. There's actually a battle with Dolga further down the order here. Let's have a quick look at this. Dolga and Tim Racing.
On the back of Max Mulder again. They'll have the DRS.
Go on board with Dolga, see what it's like, whether it's an AI or a person. Up the hill.
Gonna have to be late from Scott if he goes for it. We know what happened last time.
He's gonna go to the inside. Yes, he is. He sends it. Oh, yeah. That was late move, but good room given there.
One of them is going to be facing the wrong direction if they keep it up, but I think that'd be nice and tight. So
Dolga stays ahead of Tim here.
You can't overtake into this rather annoying right-hander, as Peter Windsor would say.
He's fair, it's quite an annoying right-hander.
It is, yeah. I actually really like it in F2. It's all about keeping it tight.
So I don't know which line to take. It's only line through there.
Trigger's going to get past Buller's AI. I have invited him, but he hasn't rejoined, so I don't know.
I saw him about 5 times come online, then lag out before the session even started. So it's I believe he's still using his phone for internet, so you can't really blame him. Yeah, for up the grid, let's have a look here.
Speedy, that won't work if you go for that.
That will work on an AI. That will work on an AI because AI is smart. If only real drivers drove like AI, say, there'd be literally no crashes. Unless they drove like Arava AIs. Anyone that's ever watched Arava's videos will get that. That, honestly, imagine if F1 was Arava's like actual career mode, it'd be so much better.
Oh, that'd be so, yeah, it'd be amazing.
First, I don't watch Arava's videos very often. I occasionally stick one on just in the background, and sort of just the carnage.
Isn't it? It's cash in pits.
And there's race leader into the pits, and Whiteclaw follows her in.
Very, very safe on the speed limits.
Yep,
and she knows that this is her race to lose now. So you just gotta keep it safe. She'll probably come out in between Shadowhunter and my AI. So a nice gap.
Is pitting now as well.
Forever Sin leads the race.
Yep, but how long for?
He seemed to be losing time to the car in front, Max Mulder, on that last lap. But I wonder if he can get an overcut now. He's got some clear. Trigger moves up to second as well. If there's a safety car, Trigger could.
Yeah, for sure.
Get a podium here, for sure.
We've seen that strategy work before.
Definitely.
And Buller said that PlayStation Network is not working for him. As that's a spinner further down the order. So the Norwegian boy, I believe, has just had a spin through Blanchimont.
Not again. I wonder if he hit my eye.
Guess which car they were nearest to. Your AI. But yeah, we think that the Dolga thing is an AI, but I have remember seeing. Do you remember seeing broken AIs in the past where the AI would be very quick? But I'm going to go on board, as there's no major battle at the moment as the Norwegian boy retires. I'm going to go on board with Dolga at the moment, so let's watch this to see if it's an AI or not.
Tyres in the pit lane, so no safety car. Yeah. I was just thinking, if you watch the way you change the gears have been changed down, that's like a proper, almost, they see that was wide. This isn't AI, it's not robotic, is it?
Yeah, it's almost like they're driving too badly to be an AI.
Yeah, but it's like, You actually watch the gears, it's so aggressive going down, and AIs are always automatic.
And they're short shifted down.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And
This is
if you
definitely
watch
not an
through the
AI.
bus stop chicane, then there's a switching down for extra rotation. There's caching on the back of trigger.
Oh my! Okay, I actually, anyone that's just watched the stream, go back and record that, please. Because literally, it just popped up saying sort of the on air and then how many viewers you got. I have to spin up, that's Dawn. Out of turn one there. It's actually quite easy to spin there in an F2 car. And
Yeah,
it just literally went flying up from 95 comments to 132 comments, despite only one comment being put as trigger.
Caching down the inside on trigger.
Could there be contacts? No, there won't be. Will Trigger
I
fight
think
back?
They have enough respect. He might get the DRS though down the Camel Straight. Is it Camel or Camel?
Camel.
I don't want to say Camel.
The Camel Straight.
From Trigger. Yeah,
Wow.
I always used to think it was the Camel Straight, and I realised, hold on, that Camel's an animal. Can't be that.
Quiz. First one in the comments gets a shout out to say that. I mean, I shout out most comments anyway, but first comment to correctly answer this. Why is Eau Rouge called Eau Rouge? Jake, do you happen to know? Trigger will not be able to fight.
I'll
back
give
yet.
my answer in a minute or so. I don't
After you've looked it up.
guess.
I was just going to be wheel to wheel up into Eau Rouge here. No, they won't, because
Jesus.
Tim backs out.
My AI is pitting.
Let's see what happens here.
Using the battles. Timbed and Dulga. This could get very interesting, and Timbed is
Dog made the move into Eau
a
Rouge. Tim backed out before the corner.
Yeah. Oh, that's bad
what
from
happened
Dulga.
there?
That's lit. I'm sorry, but whoever just did that, he moved across on the straight, and Dulga's
Oh, that was
AI
close
or
then.
whoever it is.
Oh, that's going to be... Oh, that was nearly huge. Oh, that was
Yeah.
nearly massive. Anyone saw Tim's rejoin there. Just missed a virtuosi. Just missed... and then just came out and Max was just able to miss Tim.
I mean, I know I like to defend Timbed and everything, but maybe it was lag. Dulga swiped across him there and took him out very, very late. So, and then if you joined Re Dangerously, then that's an offence in itself.
Re Dangerously?
Tim, that was not your fault. Yeah, sorry. Bad English. Should I say Bath from now on? Speak properly. As White Claw on fresh softs is not that far off the lead. Sorry, I saw Cashton, and I thought she was on 6 laps old mediums even, and I saw Zero and was like, oh my god, he could win this. Not going to.
Very quickly, the answer to the question, why is Eau Rouge called Eau Rouge?
Can I say my guess?
Say your guess.
Is it because it's like the danger or something, the red?
No,
Doesn't
you're
feel
close
like
with the red though. Is actually Eau Rouge actually translates
as
as
Shadowhunter crashes into the pit lane. I don't know whether you caught that on stream, but
I did not.
yeah,
not
we got another clip to send there.
As we're
White
gonna have a
Claw on the
battling here, I'll tell you the answer to why Eau Rouge is called Eau Rouge at the end of this battle here, or when the
White
battling
Claw has
ends.
just been very sensible. Have a check of penalties. I'll do that quickly as well, just in case anyone has any. So
And
Cashin
Soft Eyes
has,
F1 League has got it correct in the comments.
Nice. I wonder who that will be. Will that be Lucas?
Yeah, it could be. It could be any of the people that have access to the Soft Eyes F1 League account.
I know Adam Richardson
So
has
it could be
but-
Ghost, it could be Charlie, it could be Lucas, it could be anyone. I don't even know if Lucas ever actually signed into that account before or not. So who knows?
Who are you?
Yeah,
Tell
it's the
us.
Soft Eyes F1 League. It's a great way of getting a shout out, is to sign into the league account to answer it. But you know,
Definitely.
I'll accept that one.
So what is the answer?
The answer, they've just simply said the Red River and they're close. Eau Rouge translates to red water, and the reason why it's called red water is because underneath the start of Eau Rouge, there is actually a red river that flows underneath, so Eau Rouge, red water.
That makes sense. I presume that's French, isn't it?
Yes,
They speak
because
Belgium,
rouge
and,
is red and eau
means
is water.
Is water. Yeah.
And because they
that
say
was very posh
things
of you.
backwards. I don't know why. A lot of European countries do that.
Weird.
Maybe we're the odd ones out, who knows.
He's on for reverse grip pull at the moment, and so it could very well get reverse grip
Although
pull.
Dolga at the moment is the one that is the interest, the unknown driver, let's say that.
The unknown.
Actually, is that... I don't think that's a fully black helmet. I saw a bit of black on the back of it there.
Maybe.
And it is Charlie.
Hello, Charlie.
As now
How
up to
are you?
142 comments.
Oh, that's
Whoa.
Dolga. He'll get damage from that. He's very, very
And
lucky, and now
Anthropos will surely
this
get...
could get very, very dodgy.
Yeah. Gobbled and Turco
Just
for
be
this now.
sensible, but oh
Will
please
they
don't go
catch
for
them
into
into... Oh, that's trigger into the pit lane.
Yeah, to trigger in the pit lane. I saw that as well.
You see the Yarrow and you think, oh, overtake. Then you go, oh wait, no, pit lane.
Yeah. Although trigger might be a shot for fastest lap if he
yeah,
can get
definitely.
a decent one of those softs.
It's gonna be hard to beat
There's a
Cash.
fairly sizable gap between softs and mediums at this track. So.
And with much less fuel than at the start, then you know, it could get interesting. As Dolker a bit wide at turn 1.
Yeah, the fastest lap at the minute is.
As out of the pit and Trigger comes just out ahead of this battle here. This is about to become a three-way battle.
He's not going to be up to speed, and he's probably going to have to lift through a Rouge on cold tyres.
Trigger's a brave guy.
That's bravery. Nah, I would have lifted there.
That's what you say. He doesn't. That's brave. Then he just has a massive crash at the top, and you go,
oh
wait, no,
Max
it was.
Mulder and Speedy Carrots. To the
As that
outside.
is given. Oh.
Let on the brakes. Is Speedy staying there? That's a nice move from Max.
And Turco stays behind because Dolga had the DRS off Trigger.
Yeah, this could get very interesting. I think that
And Dolga does indeed have wing damage. Missing
podium could be pretty well left for a mistake now.
Yes, very true. Meanwhile, the battle for P7 here.
He's gonna try it through none.
Oh, is he going to go for a switch
It's
back?
a
He's
2-1.
going for it. Oh, that wasn't going to end well.
To fight for us. I've just noticed Dolga does have end plate damage.
Yep.
That's going to affect him.
Oh, and Dolga's going to be basically pushing Dolga through here as Dolga goes wide
get through.
and loses the position. There goes reverse grid pole. So the unknown driver loses out on the reverse grid pole there. As that's a crash, safety car. Forever Sin from a podium position has crashed.
And
that's a corner that's so easy to crash out.
One.
That is
God,
such an easy corner to crash out. Trigger, can I point out, now in a very strong position.
He is on those soft tyres.
Oh, how's he ended up there? I thought he was going to whack the left-hand side wall, but he's way off there.
Where is he? Oh,
it's...
struggling.
Oh,
yeah, he is.
going
He's
through
on
there
the
for a while
outside of there. That's crazy. I watched bunnies to see exactly where he is.
It's after the second. It's all the way to the left after the initial barrier, and it's gone now. But it's after that barrier. It's all the way on the left after it widens up.
I wonder if he's if he's noticed it, braked really late, and just not had enough grip, and then sort of spun back across. It'd be very easy to do that. And then hit the barrier.
That's the one thing I will say. Is Forever Sid is able to. I remember Australia season 2 of Top League F1. I remember another time when Forever Sid crashed in such an interesting way that we were so confused and we wanted to see a replay just because it was an interesting crash. It was at the exit of the high-speed chicane, but he was really far away from the high-speed chicane, and it turns out that he'd saved it and then lost it again, so like what Alex Albon did in China. In 2019, he sort of lost it and then caught it, but then crashed. Yeah, can I point out Trigger? Now in a great position.
He's lost his 15 points today for the podium, but you did get the most interesting crash of the day so far, Scott. So
award, interesting crash. But Trigger in a great position here. Trigger could win this.
Timber, yeah, he very much could. But I was for the final 2 laps of yesterday's sprint race in CWR2 on fresh softs. I managed to get second in the end, but it's very difficult to overtake if you've not got big balls, and I don't. Trigger does.
Trigger does, yeah. Yeah, as Thomas said in the chat.
Still gets a penalty.
I think the unknown driver. Can I put out Dolphin now is in? Or the unknown driver, sorry, is 98.
That must be a multiple warnings penalty.
Yeah, it was.
So that it's definitely not an AI.
And Scott has now said in the chat, can I be called Bottas now? Actually, in the nicest possible way, Scott. It's that meme of if you're gonna mess up in such a way that it confuses people. I've got a great meme, and it's basically in the image of a tractor that has somehow got its front end underneath itself. Yeah. Anyway, basically, if you're gonna mess up, just mess up in a way that confuses everyone. Just make it interesting. As very late on the brakes there from the AI car. That's just straight up past, and so it goes. The unknown driver is just straight up past, and so it goes.
What's he doing? Trigger. He's overtaken Trigger as well.
It's now past Trigger as well.
I think it must be a glitch of some sort.
And it's going to pass loads of people down the straight.
What? He's got a 20-second time penalty.
It's raining. Just what I'd let you know. It's raining.
Oh, wow. This could get very interesting. And he spun, Dolga spun, and
there goes all the positions.
20-second penalty. Yeah, I really don't understand. Oh my god, I thought he was going to take out Speedy Carrots there. What's he doing? Oh man. Whoever you are, just stop. Please. You're making me scared. He
And
gets
that's
a
just-
5
and
second
he's got
penalty.
5
Is he
seconds
taking
to make
Mulder's
the
wing off? That's his wing off even. This is crazy. The safety car's not going to come in this lap though.
No.
Which could be significant. It's normally 2 laps. So what's Spirit doing? Oh, he must have a legal overtake. He's trying to let someone through.
Yeah,
Now there's
Spirit
5
go,
second
Spirit.
penalty,
If you're
and
listening to the
it's all
stream,
kicking
if anyone's in a party with Spirit, if you get an illegal overtake, a Shadowhunter's now to come to a stop. If you get an unfair illegal overtake, unless it's a fair one, if you get an unfair illegal overtake, ignore it, send it to the stewards, they'll remove it. They know that these
Yeah.
glitches happen and that they understand that. Just don't slow down for it. Take the penalty.
5
The
second
problem
time
is,
penalties have been given out
Charlie,
like Smarties at the minute. So this
problem with
is.
Charlie's just said disqualify him. The problem is we don't know who it is.
Yeah,
That's what that's how they've done
You'd be
so well.
disqualifying nobody at the same time as disqualifying somebody.
And they're now going past the
See,
top
when you
two.
can overtake if he overtakes the safety car, he gets disqualified. That's just a given. So let's pray that he does almost. No
Whoever
offense
it is,
to-
they're getting disqualified either way. So it doesn't
Yeah,
matter who it
definitely,
is
because
because they won't be getting points.
I
If we knew who it
disqualified
is, they wouldn't be
Preston,
driving in the league again. I think it's fair to say. Which is why it's
he wants to lead off the start. If this costs Cashin a win or something like that, because
it's gonna mess up the reverse
he
grid
does
for sure.
something stupid. Yeah, it will do. But and so it goes as back on pole, which is interesting. That I'll just go and check those penalties because there was a lot there which will affect the reverse grid.
Right.
So Dulga has just thousands of penalties to the point where he must be nearing disqualification. Cashin still no penalties. Whiteclaw has 1 penalty and 2 warnings, I think. Spirit has 1 penalty,
So this lap.
and then he got 10 seconds worth of penalties there. Max Mulder has 1 5-second. Clint has 1 5-second. He won't like that. Speedy Carrots has got 10 seconds and then a warning, and so it goes has nothing. So he could be primed to get a really good finish here. Obviously, it'll be removed afterward. Bunnies has nothing. Shadowhunter has quite a lot. Buller. And then, but my AI has been very clean this whole
And it
time,
is
may I say.
Back to green flag racing.
Are we back to green flag?
Not quite green flag, but we're back underway in the Belgian feature race here. The unknown driver leads the race. It is Cashin in P2, TRT Whiteclaw in P3, Spirit in P4.
It's raining
Max
now
Mulder
as well.
P5.
This is going to be very
Trigger
sketchy
could-
up Eau Rouge on cold tyres. As
Oh
Whiteclaw
my.
was thinking about it on Cashin, this could get very, very
This is
interesting.
the battle for the lead here.
It
Is
is,
DRS
yeah.
enabled or not?
It won't be, not after a safety
Of course,
car.
yeah, because there isn't enough laps left. Ignore me.
Yeah, so you'll have to do this, but Whiteclaw I think is quite fast on the stretch from what I've seen so far. Spirit's in a very good position as well here. So they make a
Looks like they
collision.
all are going to survive up
The
the
problem
hill
is Cashin's
here.
going to get a slipstream off Dulga, who seems to be only going like 50% throttle or something.
They're going full
Yeah, it's going to
throttle.
stay the same. Anyone going to go for a move?
As it's all pretty much single file here into Lake
It
Holm.
is.
Just looks like no one has any grip. The Trigger, I'd say, here is in a great position as they go wide and they're about to lose a position, so I take that back.
Speedy Carrots, that could be sketchy in the wet tyres because he'll go a lot deeper than he
And
expects.
that's why Trigger has damage, that's why Trigger is struggling.
Yeah,
Trigger's very wide,
Trigger
always
is
lucky
not
not to
going to
spin
be
it
happy
there.
at all as Don Strix
Oh,
has gone
that's
to
going to be
wet.
contact!
Ooh.
Speedy Carrot's in the wall, and that's going to allow,
Yeah.
and so it goes through.
I'm not sure there was
Bunnies
all that much contact
trying to get
there,
back
but it
into the
certainly was a
reverse
swipe
grid,
across as
currently not
White,
in
but
it.
This is very close at the front. Cashin is alongside Dulga now.
Oh, this could get dirty. This could get scary
He
here.
goes around the outside.
Oh, I'm getting
That's a
Mexico
great
flashbacks.
move. Oh, that's a brilliant move.
And Cashin takes the
Got that done
position.
nice and early. That's a fantastic job. Dulga's fighting it back though. There's now Whiteclaw. Whoa.
They're racing harder in
For
the
a gap
second
that
section
wasn't
they were in the
there,
first
there.
sector.
This is the point. Does Whiteclaw now just accept he's going to get second, get some good points? He has got a penalty, but I think everyone else behind has as well. Or does he try push for the lead? Because Dulga's going to come
Dalton's going
back
to fight
now
back here.
towards the bus stop chicane through Blanchimont. Thanks.
Smart doesn't go for it. And they're going to go wide here,
And
all
they'll
of them
both
do.
get a warning from
Whiteclaw
that one.
stays on the track
wet
here.
tire.
As they're wheel to wheel into the bus stop chicane. Dolga doesn't go for the move. Stays behind Cashin here. Oh, Whiteclaw's getting very close to the back of Dolga. As it's wheel to wheel
This is
further down the order.
fantastic. Max Mulder's still
And a
there,
spinner.
so Spirit.
Speedy Carrot
Yeah,
spins.
it's Speedy Carrots. I think he's got damage. He
Ah,
must do. He's had a lot of contact as there's a... Oh, I thought there was a dive from Bunnies there. That might be team
Had a
tactics
look.
or something. Oh,
And they have got it.
Trigger wide, yeah. Trigger's
Trigger
very
goes
wide.
wide there.
Oh, Dulga's right there with it through a rouge. He backs out. He's got a penalty. Another penalty. How is he not
Up the hill.
disqualified? Oh my goodness.
As they head towards Lake Holm, and that's
Side
Max
by
Mulder with a
side.
great run. Max Mulder's got a great
he
run
could
here.
He could get all of them here. He's going to.
As he's gonna look, it's gonna like, oh, it's like
Cashin moves
2018.
very late. This is gonna be 3 wide.
As
There's
it's
no
3
not
wide.
contact. There is.
Oh, they're all in the wall. They're all in the wall.
White Claw's gonna win.
White Claw into the lead. Dolga gets back on track in P2. Spirit P3 here.
Oh, if I was Cashin, I'd be absolutely furious.
Max Mulder is out of the race.
Spirit's
my.
gonna get. Spirit could win
Bunny's
this race.
racing Cashin
if
here.
he gets the
Oh, that's
penalties
another car off.
removed.
That's until it goes off.
Oh.
Until it goes spinning off of the road. And they're gonna come up across the
Spirit.
front of Speedy Carrots. Wow, that was close. Surely that'll be an unsafe release there for So It Goes, who just came across nearly across the front of Speedy Carrots.
Absolutely, this has been crazy as we predicted. As
It's-
now this is
it's
Shadow
Vietnam
going
all
for a
over
move on
again.
trigger into poo on. Oh, he
So
backed out of that as
and
well.
they just back out there. Oh, that's a mistake from Bunnies up ahead though. They're both going to run on them. That's no wing up ahead for Cashin. Okay, sorry, that's just the colour of it. Missing end plate there for Cashin. As this is the final lap of the Grand Prix here.
Yeah, but
Who will
Bunnies
win
is right
this feature
there
race?
as well.
Bunnies, can they get up
I
past
think this is
Cashin?
White Claw's win, but White Claw does have a penalty. I think Spirit has a 5-second one. I don't think they can get that removed. Dulga's out of the mix. Dulga needs to be disqualified, whoever the stewards are.
Yeah.
He's been the catalyst of all of these incidents, but it's meant some exciting racing.
It's Vietnam. It's like what if you added the Vietnam sprint race and the Mexico
Well,
sprint
Bunnies
race
to the
together.
outside of Launchimont here. Oh my god.
Oh no, backing out of that
He was
one.
on the
Doesn't want to
grass,
replete
yeah.
of their one of their favourite
Cashin
drivers.
goes
sleeping
wide
drunk
again.
hits.
That wing damage is hurting him. Is there going to be a lunge here?
As Dolga
He goes
for
for it.
20
That is very late.
Oh,
There's
and a
contact
spin
and
for
Bunnies is
Bunnies.
round.
As Dog was straight on at that corner anyway.
Oh, there's now a trigger who's recovered very well in Spirit.
White Claw
wins.
the feature race. Cashin across the line
Cashin,
second. Trigger gets
brilliant
P3.
recovery
It's
from
Shadowhunter
Cashin.
in P4. No, it isn't. It's
Bunny's
Bunnies
up to
up to P3.
Bunny's
Trigger
up to
in
third. What a
P4.
race.
Shadowhunter
I think
P5.
Trigger can have a penalty
and
removed
so it
there.
goes P5. Shadowhunter P6. Spirit P7. Speedy Carrots P8.
Oh my
Dolga
god, look at
P9.
the crash on the line.
Oh.
Dolga out and Speedy Carrot's struggling to go. But they've crossed the line, thankfully. So. And my
Thank
AI
the
is going to
Lord
finish 10th.
that Dolga is not in the reverse grid. Oh yeah, your AI is going to score a point.
I'm going to score a point.
Buller's AI
that's
scored 2 points.
Yeah. Oh, that's a fantastic race, and I think that White Claw isn't going to get that taken away from him in any way, so great drive from
I say
Carson
this
there.
after I think every single Torpedo League F2 race, but the drivers will hate the race because, let's be honest, it was disgusting some of the driving going on there. But from a commentating perspective, it was amazing. I loved it, you know? It's happened before in
brilliant.
Torpedo League as well.
I feel so bad for Cashin because she deserved that 100%.
Yeah, that's her win. But White Claw, we can't take away from White Claw. White Claw survived all of the carnage. We have to give it to White Claw. Survived the carnage and has got a great win here. And I believe that is their first win in Torpedo League F2. Sorry if I'm wrong.
Yeah, I would say that the crash between Cashin, it was a crash, Cashin, Dulga and Max Mulder. I think that was a racing incident. You just can't go 3 wide into that.
Annoyingly, the camera angle going into that, I wasn't on board until after the crash.
See, I was on board with White Claw in behind, so I saw them all come together. So
make sure as Trigger gets driver of the day.
Yeah, he deserves that. Trigger drove very well there, especially with wing damage at the end. It was very solid.
I got sort of that annoying camera angle where it changes expecting the cars to come through and then they just don't.
Yeah, I got a great view of it. It was
it took about a 5-second move. Well, that put.
I think that the car on the right hand side just caught on the front wheel and sort of spun across, and then that dragged them all in. It's one of those crashes.
Yeah, just yeah. At the end of the day, that race was a mess.
Speedy Carrots and Spirit on the front row though, and so it goes. There's a great chance to win this race as well, which would be big for his championship.
Without the 5-second penalty that Trigger had, that would put them up into only gain them 1 place. That put them on the podium. But Bunnies may have penalties as well. I don't actually know they don't, so I believe Trigger will get
penalties. Trigger will get that removed.
So 3 more points.
Shadowhunter and Spirit might get some removed as well. I don't know if that'll take them ahead of, and so it goes.
Congratulations to White Claw for winning the Belgium feature race in Season 3. Cashin P2, fast lap of the race. Bunnies P3, although we don't know if that'll last or not. It is Trigger in P4, and so it goes P5. Shadowhunter, very strong drive from Shadowhunter, gaining 9 positions in that race. In P6, it is Spirit in P7, Speed Carrot in P8, it's Buller P9, Jake Marsh in P10, Timbed in P11, Dawn Strix in P12, The Unknown Driver in P13, Max Mulder in P14, Freversin in P15, The Norwegian Boy in P16, and that is your results. for the feature race.
What a
And
drive.
yeah,
One thing I'll say for Carson that was very good for him that race was whenever there was a chance that he was within a second of cash, and he was pretty aggressive. Like he had the confidence to get through, and that's very good for him.
yeah.
I don't know if he's in a championship fight.
Much
particularly,
sunnier race
but,
here. May I quickly just say, actually, can I remember what I was going to say? That was it. The race results I just read out are likely to be massively changed because not only will people get penalties removed, people will get penalties added on. So I was reading out there the results as they stood rather than results post penalties. So expect that result to change.
I could get more than one
yeah.
point. And I didn't even try.
Oh my. Do your points actually go to Dams? Because technically you're in a Dams car.
Technically, aren't I? I didn't select anything, so
that was
Torpedo
indeed,
League Dams. Hit me up.
That was indeed TRT Whiteclaw's first race win, so thank you very much.
Yeah, fantastic to him.
And it is also the 50th race of, and so it goes now. This is the 50th race for And So It Goes, so congratulations to them, starting in P4 for this.
That looks very dry, I don't think it's going to get wet.
Sorry for that.
There's a balloon on top of an ART, and oh, what's they're glitched out now? I don't know what that's meant to be.
Also,
He's standing! Wait, I don't know if you can see this on my screen, but for Dulga's car, there's just a man standing with just an arms and helmet.
There is not on my screen. That just again shows how
glitched
glitched
off
that
now.
car is.
Oh, that was weird. They're not like the wings.
Also, just thought I'd mention, that last feature race there, that was my 50th ever Torpedo League F2 event. So, glad to do 50. It was a few races after the league's 50th event, because of the obviously missing commentary for the 50th event, and then the sprint race being cancelled in Italy. But that feature race was my 50th event, and I do believe, if I'm not mistaken, I'm the first person in Torpedo League F2 to hit 50 events. And So It Goes hits it in the sprint race, I hit it in the feature race, so you know. And yes, And So It Goes gets it as a drive for solely, but you know. Yeah. And So It Goes the first one to hit 50 F2 race starts. Yeah, so, but you know, being stuck in F2 that long is an achievement. And So It Goes, you are basically the Sean Galale of Torpedo League F2. Oh, I'm only joking, but yeah, And So It Goes. I mean, Sean Galale isn't going to win the F2 championship in real life, whereas And So It Goes will.
I mean, I wouldn't put it past him.
Yeah, to be fair, maybe more of a Nick de Vries, you know, a talented driver, just not quite F1 standard.
I'd love to see de Vries in F1.
So would I. I thought they're very underrated.
I remember him from. I don't know if you used to watch the McLaren tuned videos.
No, I didn't.
When they used to be a thing. No, but they had de Vries as like a 13-year-old or a 15-year-old or something, and he was like their junior driver. And I think in time everyone thought he was going to be the next big thing, and I just liked him, and I've supported him in F2 ever since. As Shadow and Speedy have both been disqualified, so they can have freezing cold tyres.
Luckily it's surface only, so it won't affect them. Yeah, so the league had its 50th race for the Canada Sprint race. Then, since then, we have had the Italy feature race. Then we had my personal 50th F2 event, which was the Belgium feature race. But now it is time for And So It Goes' 50th F2 start here. So, oh, that's a big crash that's just happened for the unknown driver. Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm going to go up to the front of the grid. We probably should have ran everyone through the grid before we got to the grid, to be fair, so apologies for that, I was distracted. My bad there. But the grid, Speedy Carrot's pole, Spirit P2, then it's Shadow Hunter, And So It Goes, Trigger, Bunnies, Cashin, White Claw, Buller, Jake Marsh, Tim, Dawn Strix, Dolka, Max Mulder, Ferguson, and the Norwegian Boy. That is your grid, as we're looking at, oh my view for Speedy Carrots is a green, is a hill.
God, yeah, same here. I'm just looking at a Rolex banner.
Flared lights. And we are racing here in the Belgium sprint
Very good
race.
start from Speedy Carrots. Oh,
but has Spirit got a better start? Spirit has got a better start here. As they go into turn one. Will there be any contact further back down the order as who will lead? As there'll be contact. But this doesn't, it's cleanly starting the first one, this one.
No one's spun, that's fantastic.
As they go back to the front, Speedy Carrots has taken back the lead. On the exit there, and now they head up a Rouge for the first time today. Well, for the first time in this sprint race. As it's a bit of side-by-side flow down the order, but up at the front. Spirit is going to want to go for the move here for the lead. As this one crash, the Norwegian Boy crashing at the top of Rally on there. As it's too wide behind. Spirit will go to the outside.
To the outside, and they'll get the inside now.
Yes, they will, but can they fight back? Because that's it, off in the background. That's Bunny's off in the background.
Hold on,
That's
so it
racing
goes
further down the
pushing.
order,
He's
and
at
so
a
it goes
great
up to
start.
2-3.
Trigger there as well.
Wants to
So
fight
there's
back.
Cashin. There's Cashin looks to the inside of Trigger, backs out of that one as well. It's very, very close. So far.
As close battling all the way through here. It's all side by side. It's hard to commentate on all this. There's so
and
much
Timber
racing.
making a little bit of light contact.
So they head now through No Name and now towards the legendary Poo-on corner. Here we go. Dropping down suddenly through this long left. That's Speedy going very wide. And so it goes. We'll take the position to make it a Charouse or Sauber Junior team by Charouse 1-2 at the moment. Further down as they head into the long winding section. Oh, that's a bit of contact perhaps there between Max and Tim. Very close to contact. There wasn't contact.
Oh, there's a big dive from White Claw.
I just saw grass flying then. Who is that off the road?
He gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple
as that
warnings.
is, who is that off the road? It's Tim Bed off the road there. Into the gravel, and that is also Max off the road. Both of those drivers.
Cashin on the back of Trigger now. I'd imagine she'll go for a move into the bus stop chicane.
Well, I believe the quickest driver at the moment.
Lifting on a little bit through Blanchimont. Good reactions there from Cashin.
As Cashin looks to the inside down, backs out. Very smart. Want to wait for the Camel straight.
And they'll probably go for the switch back.
So close to this group before. Meanwhile, there's actually a battle up front here. The two Charouse cars. Very close here.
So it goes it's second, but there's a timing glitch.
Yep. So ignore the timings for a minute, guys.
Yep,
As a couple cars in the pit lane, that's White Claw.
Oh, was Max Mulder's out? Was that in the pit lane?
I believe they've actually crashed on the final exit of the final corner. They've gone flat out into the bus stop. That's what.
There's Timbed's out as well. I wonder if that's a double, because they were very close together.
Timbed is retired on track, I believe. Or in the pit lane. It's hard to see because there's one retired in the pit, one retired on the track. As it's battle for the lead.
That's how it goes.
Spirit. And so it goes wheel to wheel. And so it goes, takes the lead of the sprint race. You said sprint, that Antogo's looked favourite here for the sprint race, and it looks like they will.
Well, I mean, Buller's actually leading from Dulga for me at the minute.
Yeah, for me it's actually Buller leading from Jake. So now Dulga's now leading, and now it's fixed. So Antogo's leads, and it's still a Charouse 1-2.
I believe that really, no disrespect meant to Spirits or to Speedy Carrots, but Cashin's probably the only one that can stop, and so it goes in this race.
That is true. Let's get the gaps up. And position has changed here.
Oh, there's a spin. It says Spirits. He's gone round. And is he going to hit Cashin? No. That was very close. He just brought it back.
And that's White Claw going to go around the outside for the leg. I think we have to pull it off.
I'm not sure Spirits is leaving wide in space. Yeah, he's minutes through. I think Spirits might have damage.
Yeah.
5 second penalty for Speedy Carrots. He's second for corner cutting.
Getting on place.
I presume Cashin's gone for a move and Speedy Carrots just... it must have been on... it must have...
I was going to guess on
overtaken, yeah, he must have overtaken Spirits whilst he
I'm
was
guessing the Spirit whilst they were
flag.
spinning, and they had to avoid, is my best guess.
Or it was a glitch and it was actually under a yellow flag or something. I don't know.
Yeah, you could be right there.
Oh, there's contact between Shadowhunter and Trigger.
Oh, these two battling away here. Shadowhunter's going to go for switch back towards La Source.
1.7 seconds clear. Scotsman is way up to 8th.
Yeah, biggest move at the moment on lap 1 is Freverson. Oh, I say on lap 1 across the first
Trigger making more contact.
Well, they're going to go wheel to wheel here towards Rouge. No, Shadowhunter looks like they've got it for now. And yeah, biggest mover so far is Freverson, followed by the Norwegian boy. As all Trigger looks for it up
Trigger and Shadowhunter, really? I'm not going to say that metaphor because I'm not sure it's PG friendly. But...
It's Tim. And this battle is going to go all the way to Lake Colm here. I think Shadowhunter may have this. Freverson has a look in the background. He's put his nose there. Shadowhunter gives a lot of room. Good racecraft there from the two of them, both giving lots of room, being very friendly.
White Claw is on the back of Cashin very well here. I wonder if there actually was contact between Cashin and Speedy Carrots.
Oh, it's down the hill now. Great move there for Freverson.
Oh, there's contact and
big slide.
Really well deserved that.
Oh, that was very close there.
Trigger's not going to quite get the move. Bunny's is there as well.
Bunnies. Well, Bunnies go for the move now towards Purnova,
Bunny's
but
got very
snap
cold
there.
tires, losing it a little bit there. There's a fantastic battle between Buller's AI, my AI, and Dulga. So that's good to know.
Let's ignore that, shall we? Unless the race gets really boring. But Bunny's now. Is Bunny's gonna have a look now? No, not quite close enough. Into these long, winding corners now. Let's see who's going to come out on top out of this group of cars. At the moment, it's Cashin very close to the back of Speedy, but Speedy's doing a good job at the moment.
There's a alien somewhere, I think, with Speedy Carrots
lagging a little bit. Crashing
that
off
must
in
be
the
a crash,
S's.
yeah, that might be a safety car.
I'll have to wait and see there. No safety car has
the
been up
eyes are
yet.
really slowing down for it, so I don't know if it accidentally causes one. Bunny's on the back of Trigger now. Not sure I'll go for a move there.
Cashin on the back of Speedy.
Yeah,
Yes,
Cashin needs to get.
It's Ferguson looking for the move on Shadowhunter, but isn't able to go for it now.
Cashin needs to get this move done this lap. She sets the fastest lap of the race of 58.1.
Yeah,
that will probably be good enough for another 2 points as well. Currently
maintaining that P6 as Ferguson dives it up the inside there. That's all clean, and they're going to go wheel to wheel out of. Oh, that's close to contact. Going to be wheel to wheel now towards Eau Rouge, and Ferguson does back out of that one there, pulling back into the slipstream. That gives Trigger a chance.
Eau Rouge again.
As up at the top of the hill, Cashin is going to go for the move here on Speedy Carrots. Going to go to the outside line into Lake Om. Speedy Carrots can't do anything to fight.
Very sensible.
Nothing.
And this is now
down the order.
Ferguson
up to P6. Trigger's going to try and follow them through.
Ferguson's having a great race so
far. Oh, turns it on Trigger. Trigger barely had their nose alongside, and that's sort of fair to me.
Bunny gets up the inside as well.
Yeah, Trigger sort of just got their front wing alongside the rear of Shadowhunter there, and Shadowhunter turned in, which, I mean, is entirely fair.
One of these guys is going to miss out on points, and that's going to be very, very upsetting.
That drive would be very sad. The Prama's looking very strong at the moment, though. Prama's, yeah, so they're out of place at the moment.
Very much the definition now of a sprint race for the final 6 laps between, and so it goes in Cashin there.
Yeah.
So this should be very good.
Cashin's going to be hunting that down.
I'm not sure if it's 6, 5.5.
Keep an eye on that gap. White Claw's going to want to get past Speedy Carrot to get onto the podium.
Won't that be a double podium for White Claw if he can keep it?
And it'll be the same for Cashin as well. So let's see now what will happen. Hold on, we've got this long training cars here.
So it goes and needs to. He needs to win for his championship just to keep himself, because he'll be gaining points.
Yeah, to be fair, with Ferguson's crash and Ferguson being down the order, to be fair, if we're looking at the championship if Cashin is able to, with so many wins that Cashin has got now, Cashin will be a very late challenger to the championship if they continue to win.
I think there's a fair few rounds left. It's not. There's only 1 round to go. I think.
There's 4 rounds after this, so it's not impossible.
That's 200 points nearly. That's 100 and something. 192 points in totals. That's a crazy good lap from Cashin.
Yeah, gaining big time now.
The fact that she only gained 3/10 on, and so it goes at that lap shows that the pace is very, very high. This race so far.
As very close here between Trigger and Bunnies and Shadowhunter. Shadowhunter gets a tough exit there. 3 cars.
This is going to go on all race, I think,
now.
Until there's contact.
Shadowhunter's very wide. How's that happen there as they let 2 cars through?
Back out of it. And he won't get DRS.
That's a shame there.
So.
They might actually, and they do, because of where the detection point is. It's just before Eau Rouge.
It's a lack of my knowledge, I do apologise.
I just looked at the mini-map, you know. I don't know where the detection points are. I just look. But yeah, that's the stuff for Shadowhunter now.
In the top 10 retires, I'm going to get a double points finish, so you know.
As White Claw,
is it top 8 get points? Or is it a top 10 get points?
Top 8 get points.
Top 8 get points. Oh my god. Alright. White Claw right in the book of carrots, as you say. He won't go for it into pool, or maybe he will. We've seen a few, I don't want to say dodgy dive bombs, but unorthodox ones. So far.
That's fair to say.
And one of them was into this next corner here. Will he go late on the brakes? Ooh, thought about it.
Let's see. Heading out
the outside. I really need to learn these corner names. I'm not sure.
I don't know these ones either, to be fair. I know Blanchimont, I know La Source, I know the bus stop, I know Eau Rouge, Radion, Lake Om. That's it.
Yeah.
And No Name. And Pouon. That's it.
Of course.
That's it. This battle is very close now. Shadowhunter could actually fight back here. But White Claw surely going to wait here for the Camel Straight.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the gap at the lead, 5 tenths.
Spirit doesn't have the pace to stay with them.
This could be the lap that it all changes at the front.
It could be. That's an incredible. It's another 57.7,
won't get once again, Cashin will not get a double because once again they're gonna the first race there has not gone their way.
And that race at the front between White Claw and Cashin, there's no penalties between them two. Oh, that's a great exit from Cashin, and I think that this is just a foregone conclusion at this point. Probably a little bit tighter than it needed to be.
And to lead.
What was that? So it was later on the brakes there, but I think...
White Claw making the move now on Speedy Carrot. Speedy Carrot's going to try and fight. No. So it's cashing into the lead. White Claw P3.
Oh,
Low
there's
down
a
the
Speedy
order.
Carrot gets a penalty. I think White Claw has a penalty as well. You might go for here, Speedy Carrots. White Claw defending, that could be a bad decision because it's going to put him offline a little bit now. He defends that very well, parking it on the apex.
Great
He
defending
should
there.
get a podium. Yeah, that's very good stuff. Forever Sin taking 3/10 out of Spirit in the first sector. Maybe that battle's not up a trigger. And Shadowhunter is still all in DRS of bunnies. So there's still a good battle for the final points. And so it goes, he's sort of staying with Cashin, still in DRS, and there's been quite a few corners.
To be fair, it has been one sector. But yeah, let's see. If they can stay in DRS, then the fight could continue.
I think Anso goes is probably as quick as me in F2 cars, maybe even quicker. So
It's hard to say, but yeah.
I'm gonna say it depends track to track how you can flow the car. I think a lot in F2. Someone's dragged a lot of dirt onto the road through the final sector. I don't know whether that affects anyone in the game. Speedy Carrots is still with White Claw here.
They are. Now that is what's called staying close, Jake. 1.1 second gap, not so much.
Oh, I'm just giving people compliments, you know. As in Cashin, that is an amazing lap. I feel like she's driving with some vengeance now. She needs this win after being robbed, so to speak, of the last one. And those lap times are just incredible.
Manu has just started the chat who I'm commentating. I am commentating with Jake Marsh, Torpedo League F1 driver for Renault. And also not biased at all, you know, despite calling someone a hero and a king on the formation lap of the feature race. Speedy Carrots here, gonna go for the move.
Where is Timbed speaking? Oh, Timbed's retired. Who was that who asked? Sorry?
That was Manu, Racing Point, Torpedo League F1 driver.
Well, we spoke after. Yeah. Hello, Manu.
Oh, that was close to contact. Speedy, wheel to wheel here as they go through. Down the hill now. Who's going to come out on top in this battle?
They were battling here last time. White Claw defended it well. Later on the brakes this time from Speedy Carrot.
Trying
Can he
to
go all
hang
the way
it
around the outside?
You get much better exit if you go wider there, but not quite able to pull it off. Manu says hello.
Hello.
The West Yorkshire hello I've heard all day. Anyway.
Do you know, Manu? Just pretend there's no action here for one moment. You sent me, after my first Torpedo League race, you sent me like loads of videos, I think, of Vietnam, and either we had a crash or something. I was fine with it, and you sent me like 4 videos, and I can't get them to load on my Instagram, so on my account it's constantly I have 2 videos messaged, and I can't open them, and it's so annoying. So nothing you've done wrong, but, you know, I see your name a lot, so there you go. Just
anyway,
halfway through. First world problems, you know?
Yeah, you know, I just
oh,
can't.
there's a big crash, and Shadowhunter's out, and that might be a safety car. Just went wide. Yeah.
Annoyingly, there's no cars nearby. Dawn,
I
drive
just
quick
happened to be on board there, and
why are you on board with Shadowhunter?
I've no idea. Well, I was doing a lovely anecdote about me and Manu's lovely relationship, you know.
And Charlie, I assume you mean commentator there and not driver. As the car has disappeared before we could get there. But, oh, it's very wide from White Claw. That is a deliberate move. I'm guessing that's deliberate from White Claw to go that wide.
He swipes across him there.
That was a bit questionable. But White Claw gets a penalty for it.
As well as White Claw.
That's going to get Spirit into the fight here. He's going to have a great run.
He is, yeah. Spirit's
Look at the run Spirit has. Spirit's going to get a podium here. Look at the run. Oh my.
This is wonderful. This is going to be 3 wide. We know what happened last time.
Oh no. Oh, as we head now towards the Lake-on chicane, understay on board with Spirit, his Spirit to the outside.
Oh,
there's
contact!
Wheel bang all the way.
I think, yeah.
A Speedy Carrot, contact with Spirit, as they're going to collide, Spirit's around.
This could give Bunnies a podium.
Oh, Bunnies have the P5 here, Forever Sin
Bunnies who got taken forever thin on that straight.
Spirit,
wonder if there was
Shadowhunter hadn't crashed, Shadowhunter would have got past as well there. Go for battle Shadowhunter.
Yeah, well, that's so unlucky from Spirit. It's credit to you for going for the move. But that's unlucky.
The video that Manu sent you, Manu said it was just a leggy car in the wall which wasn't really there. I still had to avoid it and crashed into you, haha. So yeah.
Fair enough.
Forever Sin.
You know?
I mean, we have this. Honestly, will we ever get a Torpedo League F2 race without a crash in it? I think we'd have to go back to season 2 for that. Because season 3 has been so crazy. I'm not complaining by saying that. I've loved it personally.
But I'm gonna get a double 10th place here, so you know, and I'm not even driving. Yeah.
You've done better than Yuri Vips did around Belgium. Yuri Vips got 2 P11s.
so therefore I should get the F2 seat, you know, because I'm a magician. There's 2 laps to go.
What a
Really
lap
close
left in
battles.
this race.
The 2 framers are still with Speedy Carrots.
Cashin got a 4
And I
second
think
lead
that
with a lap
White Claw-
left. Just putting it out there.
That's amazing.
We should get Manu to commentate one of these races. I think I've still got one spot available, so we should get Manu. Oh, that'd be good fun. Probably busy though. Yeah. Be interesting to hear Manu commentating. Yes,
It would.
Bunny's on the back of Speedy
I'll
Carrots
check
here.
penalties.
Thank you.
Cashin has 2 warnings, and so it goes. Also has 2 warnings. White Claw has 3 penalties. I presume 2 3 seconds and then a 5 second. Speedy Carrots has 3 penalties as well. Bunnies has 3 warnings but no penalties. Sim, the Forever Sin. Trigger has no penalties. Spirit has 1 penalty. And Dawn Strix has 1 penalty. And I myself again have been exceptionally clean this race.
Bunny's lagged out a lot there. Not lagged out, backed out a lot there.
So
Of the
it does get
throttles
the
down
penalties.
the straight, which is a bit strange.
I
chance
still
of
good about
winning.
4th place here. I wonder what's happened to Forever Sin first. Because he at one point was gaining very, very quickly.
He had a crash early in the race, I think.
Uh,
Manu, honestly, Manu, you'll be surprised, I reckon. We've had so many people on here that have come first time commentating on Torpedo F2. We had Eddie, and now Jake, 2 people that weren't expecting to be amazing commentators and have ended up being amazing. So, Manu, I think you could be the next star of Torpedo League F2 here. You could put me out of a job. But it would be fun to have you commentate a race, Manu. And it'd just be one, so if you didn't want to do more than one, it'd be fine. Or you could sort of, next season we're going to have do a few races, so... if you just want to do one race, you've got one spot open this season. If you would like to do it.
is that Singapore, isn't it?
I will check. I believe it is Singapore. Because I think I've got you down as a maybe for it if I can't find anyone else. Oh, that's good, Manu. See, Manu, as Cashin wins the Belgium sprint race by 8 seconds. 11 seconds. And they only got the lead with like 4 laps left. White Claw P3, but Bunnies gets P3. Double podium for Bunnies.
Yeah. White Claw down to 6th.
Forever Sin P4. Forever Sin getting 11 places there.
For a big but a good championship day, Francois it goes after being spun at the first corner in the feature race has recovered very well. As Spirit gets the final point.
Finish is Spirit.
Thank you. Dulga has been an AI this race. So,
and has done dreadful.
Yeah. I might just... he's not accepted my friend request, so I can't invite to a party, but... interesting. A lovely race.
Oh, Manu's comment. Manu. I'm not going to read that out. People have to read that if they want to see it. Don't worry, Jake. It's nothing to do with you. It's to do with something else.
I don't want to go into the stream because then I'll have to hear my own voice and I'm not
just turn down the volume.
Be really annoyed.
I'll explain to you after the race. Don't worry.
Alright.
Yeah, Manu. To be fair, Manu, I think you're right. That pace was just amazing. And to be fair, you could well be right, Manu. So yeah.
I didn't use as many metaphors as I wanted in that race, so I feel like I should just whip some out now during the aftermath. So Timbed in that race wasn't very good. In fact, I've seen Milk turn more quickly than him. I forgot my other ones. Oh no, I had one about going round in circles and I forgot what it was.
I'm gonna very quickly give my driver of awards. My driver of the feature race, I'm gonna give to it to Trigger for doing a great job there. I think it's between Trigger and Shadowhunter for me. But Trigger gained 1 more place and a bit further up the order as well. And so goes to do a great job to recover from the spin. But yeah, at the end of the day, I have to give that to Trigger. But honourable mention to So It Goes and Shadowhunter. They are my next 2 in line, I'd say. Sprint race. I'm going to pick my driver for the sprint race. It's tough. It's between Forever Sin and Cashin.
It has to be Cashin.
I'm going to have to go with Cashin. I mean, I'm not looking further down the order to see if there's any other standout drives. Because I don't want to sort of just blindly go for someone around, like just the winner. But I'm going to have to go to Cashin, winning by 11 seconds. But I actually missed... Did you see who was top 3 of the weekend?
Top three of the weekend. No, I didn't look at points, but
I
I
was
could
too busy
work
looking
it
at the
out.
driver off.
I mean,
You
I,
have to...
I personally would give the driver of the day to both the winners because I think that they both did very very good jobs. And so they did a good recovery in both races. Your award?
I'm gonna have to add up the points now.
They'll be
No
on
one's
here.
looked.
Oh no, they're not. Who is the Who is
If
the
I tell
person
you
in the
to
feature?
add, could you add them?
Yes, I'll
You might have to search up
yes,
their PSNs, to be fair.
I'll get my calculator out. Just because, you know, head and that. Not a big fan of head. Not, yeah, you don't need to mention that. I was going to say, Kashi went round in circles today quicker than Sebastian Vettel. Just a little F1 based pun. Not around Spain. It wasn't very good. Someone's put Azerbaijan in practice. Good.
So Cashin will lead an invite to the party.
Yes, who was on the pit? What White Claw will do, if we're going from the feature race.
White Claw got 29 points. So I believe White Claw as well.
Bunnies might have been up there, you know. He did well.
And yeah, I'd say Bunnies the other one.
Yeah,
so
Bunnies.
Cashin, White Claw and Bunnies. So that's basically the feature race podium. Yeah. Stay around, guys, because we will have the trigger news after these interviews. That rhymed. So yeah, invite Cashin, White Claw, and Bunnies. Gonna have 2 Canadians. And 1 Cameroonian, apparently. Let me know once you've invited them.
Oh, do you want me to invite them?
Oh yeah,
crap, sorry.
that was the idea. I was gonna.
Sorry,
I
I was
said, can I?
completely not with it. I was just.
Okay, you add White Claw. I'll add Cashin. I don't have her as a friend, but I'll find her. Yes. And I've added Cashin. So yeah, let's wait now for them to join the party. Very quickly, you won't be able to be heard for a minute as I'm just waiting for them to join. So just heads up, they're joining now, but you won't be able to be heard yet because I've got the blue screen up. Just heads up. Just waiting to see if Cashin will join us or not. Okay then. Okay, then we'll. I'll just leave it as 2. Let's just leave it as 2. Simpler. Get to the trigger announcement then. Yeah, you can now all be heard again now, as long as you have your party settings on the correct version.
Let me check real quick.
Okay.
Mine will always be.
Okay, we'll start with Bunnies then whilst Carson checks out everything. So, Bunnies, Adrian. So, double podium, how do you feel?
It's fine. I mean, I'm glad I'm turning into Kimi Räikkönen. Blah.
That was the worst reaction to a double podium ever. Sorry.
Nah.
Yeah, I'm glad to have a double podium. I'm hoping that there's gonna be I'm gonna get a 3-second time penalty removed, and there were lots of incidents. So I'm hoping that there's gonna be some penalties given out to people ahead of me. So I'm hoping to get P2 in the feature race. I can't see any reason to get higher than P3 in the sprint race though. I mean, obviously, I was just driving my own race, but yeah, I'm happy to get a double podium, especially, you know, in Mick Schumacher's car. It's nice to be doing what Mick Schumacher did. Yeah, double podiums.
Yeah.
Well, I just mean, like, he's very consistent with podiums.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I mean, look at him. He's in the championship lead. The only thing I need to do now to replicate him is to actually win.
Yeah, that is true. White Claw, how does it feel to get your first victory?
Actually, it felt really undeserved.
What great reaction we've had to questions so far.
I mean, I'm going to ask both of them a question soon. I'll just answer it properly, please.
Well, just you know, it was just crazy on the second last lap how there was the huge crash ahead of me. I would have got P2 regardless, just due to penalties. But then Cashin got taken out, obviously. I feel bad for her because she was dominating that race, and then the safety car kind of, just got the best of us. But I'm happy that I managed to win my first race here, and I hope there's a few more in the future.
That is good. Jake, you got any questions?
Yeah, well, my question to Bunnies would be, in the sprint race, were you and Scott in a party? Because he
Yes.
seemed... Yeah, was that like organised between you two to let through? Because it ended up really helping you to get in a lot of positions.
Yeah, it actually helped me a lot. It was
did.
not organized. He did, like, we were talking, and he said, like, I'm just gonna stay to the outside. Like, he sort of looked back, I think, and he just saw how quickly I was closing in on him, and he's just like, yep, there's nothing I can do. And he just sort of said, like, I'm not gonna fight you too hard. I'm not letting you by, but I won't fight you too hard. And then I got, like, alongside him, and he was like, I'm just staying to the outside. And yeah. So he didn't fight back, but he wasn't going to just break on the straight for me or anything.
I'll try and be quick, because obviously we need to, but I got two for Cost. And first of all, whenever you were behind, or like very close to catching, you were very aggressive from my perspective. No, not aggressive, but you were sort of almost going for half dive bombs and stuff. Was that deliberate because you wanted to get into the lead? Or
I was just trying to, throw them off their game. Just kind of think something's happening, maybe force them wide into penalty or something. I had no intention of actually trying to send one from that far back, but I also just didn't want to miss my breaking point and hit into the rear of her, considering I was running in a good position. So it's I was kind of playing half conservative, but half just trying to force them into a mistake.
And then my other question was the big moment of the feature race. I think it was the penultimate lap and the crash between the three leaders. You were obviously the fourth car on the straight. Did you deliberately back out of it?
Well, Max just had a run, and then I forget who the other car was. There's Cashin, Max, and who's the other?
The unknown driver is
Whoever
recording.
the hell he
Unknown
was.
driver, yes.
Yeah.
So I just knew they don't have the cleanest track record. No offense to them or anything, but Dolger we don't know, but he was just overtaking under safety car, which was a disaster. So I was just super worried that 3 wide, I'm not gonna try to stick my nose in there, and it paid off backing out because I had P2 regardless because of penalties, like I said, but backing out may have just got me the win, which I'm very happy about. So
Congratulations to you both.
thank you.
Yeah, congratulations to both. I'll now ask you I won't mute you, so you can stay in the party if you want to. It's up to you. But just a bit quiet whilst we wait for Trigger to join us. Go ahead. They can't hear you at the moment, but yep. Yes, he couldn't get
Yeah,
back.
that
Jake
was
couldn't get
my
control of his
mistake.
car back.
Terribly sorry. I'd accidentally joined the session as a driver before a spectator.
And were you actually driving?
No, I wasn't driving. I was in spectator mode the whole time.
As we're
I'm
now
not
joined by Trigger,
Sorry.
so we'll
I
go.
tried to retire the car, but it wouldn't let me take
Hello,
control
gentlemen.
for some reason.
So Trigger, hello. Decent race for you. We won't ask any questions about your events.
Well, I don't
we'll get
mind.
straight to your announcement. So give us your announcement.
Well, I've thought long and hard about it, and I've been thinking over the last few weeks. This season will be my last. I've had a good run, obviously, yeah, there's been a few, well, I say a few, most of the races have been mainly DNFs, but yeah, kind of stuck for words now.
Yeah.
Obviously it's emotional, obviously, because I really do like this league, and it's amazing, but it's my heart's not in it.
Yeah.
My heart's not in it anymore. I'm only coming on this game now to just do league races and commentate. That's all I'm doing it now. You know what I mean? I'm not actually playing this game like I used to anymore. Obviously I'm still going to commentate for the F1.
That's good.
And possibly, if need be, then I'll commentate for the F2 as well, alongside you. But obviously for now, I will be retiring from the F2 league at the end of the season.
Very, very sad to hear. all the best to you.
Yeah, it's sad to hear. Obviously, a driver that's been with us since season 2. You had that massive break course in season 2, which cost you any chance of staying in Torpedo League F1. Cost came down to Torpedo League F2 to join the reigning teams champions Trident. Very strong lineup with the team. You and Buller, great teammates, great teamwork between the two of you. And to be fair, I think you got Buller got the double win in round 1. You got pole in round 2. It looked set for another Trident dominated season. Of course, that isn't how things ended up. But I feel as a team, you've done an amazing job. You've got a bit of bad luck throughout the season.
Yeah.
And obviously, it's a shame to see you going. Good to hear you staying on as commentary, so you're still part of the league.
Always, mate. I'll always stay loyal to the league. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you asked me to be a commentator for the F1, and I'll stick it out. You know, I know I always will stick it out.
Yeah, very good commentator. So
obviously,
you're a good driver as well. So,
well, I beg to differ on that one, but still. I mean, don't get me wrong. The race today, I absolutely loved it. There was some questionable argy-bargy moments between a few drivers, but at the end of the day, I'm just gonna let it slip. Obviously, I got front wing damage under the safety car in the feature from Speedy Carrots because of obviously his lag and stuff like that, and he gave me a 5-second penalty for it. So that's gonna need to get removed. So yeah, obviously decent points, pretty happy with it, and I really, really enjoyed it. How I missed most of those accidents, I don't have a clue.
Yeah.
My reaction is
very eventful,
but yeah, I'm pretty pleased with it. Pretty pleased.
Sad to hear you going, but it is good to sort of, obviously you've enjoyed your time with us. Of course, we've had some dramas, but it's all been good. You've had
rants.
but it's been great fun having you in the league, and it's we'll miss you.
Absolutely. I hope you stick in league racing also.
Yeah, we have done quite a few races, but yeah, we'll see what the future holds, eh? Who knows? I might make a shocking return. Who knows? We'll see.
You never know.
But for now, I'm retiring at the end.
Yeah, we'll miss you. Thank you very much. That is it for season 3.
Hold on. Before you quit it, I wanna thank you all for giving me this opportunity. You, Thomas, all of you. You've been absolutely amazing, the whole lot of you, and so it goes as well.
You're welcome.
He's a
made
top
it worth everything.
You all the top guys. You know what I mean? And I thank you from the bottom of my heart for giving me this opportunity.
Well, it's great to have you as part of the league, and you've definitely made it better. I think it's fair to say, as a commentator and as a driver.
Don't, you're gonna get me all tearful.
That's it now for season 3, round 12 of the season in Belgium. Thank you, everyone, for watching. And tomorrow is Torpedo League F1 around Belgium, so make sure to tune into that. To hear Clint commentating again then.
Yes.
And
Big Daddy is making a return to the commentary box.
Until next time, goodbye.